Hello everyone, Mark Corvin back with you with another knot video. Today we're going to cover the bowline. It has many names. People call it by the same, in different pronunciations, guys. It's kind of funny hearing and seeing everybody call it everything from a bowline to a bowline to bowline. But it's all the same thing. I guess it's just a north-south, east-west kind of thing, whatever, you know. But it's the same knot, guys, and it's pretty cool. Real quick here, I'll explain it to you. The bowline it's a load-bearing knot. It's static. It will not move when properly placed. It's very, very strong. Highly used in emergency rescue. Can be repelling, this kind of thing. It's the kind of knot that you could set and actually pull someone out of the water if they're able to get through the loop. We're going to cover that one as well. We're going to do a couple variations of this. First of all, here I'm just going to give you a quick demo of how it's made, and then we're going to move on. We're going to go outside and we're going to do an anchor version of this. And I also want to cover the one-handed version of how to do this, so you guys can have an idea of how to use this if you ever yourself or whatever in an emergency situation, say you fall in a creek or something, you know, whatever, you know, a stream or something, and someone's got to throw you a rope. Well, this is going to give you an idea how to wrap it around your body so that it's safe, where you can let go whatever you're hopefully hanging on to, and you can get pulled to safety. So anyways, let's get to this. I'm going to show you real quick how to do this, then we'll move on. All right, this is the bowline. Now this is there's many ways to do this, guys. I have my preference on how I like to do it. So what I suggest is go on the internet, here's one for you. Buy some books and learn these things. Okay, there's many variations. People will have different ways of doing this knot, and you know, some people in schools will expect you to do it their way, even though it can be done another. And if you don't do it exactly the way that instructor tells you to do it, then you're going to fail the course. But anyways, so do your homework, find what works for you, and stick with it. But anyways, let's get on with this. All right, the bowline. I'm going to show you real quick how to tie this. It's a real quick, simple, very basic way to do this, and it works. So here we go. All right, I'm just going to give you a quick demo here. Now I'm just going to wrap around here real quick, just as a demo. Now I'm giving myself a really good bit of extra here. I want about a 6-inch tail on this overall, and I'll explain that why here in just a second. So anyways, okay, I'm going to wrap around whatever it is I need to. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this end, and I'm going to turn my hand upside down. I hope you guys can see this good. And I'm going to pull up, and I'm going to twist. Okay, now what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to bend this little guy down. Okay, so you see what I got here is this. Alright, now what I'm wanting to do is I'm just going to kind of gently pull this through just a hair. Now what I want to do is just take my other end, whoops, okay, and I'm going to slide it through like this. Alright, I'm just going to pull me about 6 inches of extra out. Alright, and then I'm going to pull her tight. Boom, done. Okay, this is what she looks like. That is your bowline, however you want to pronounce it. Okay, now here's a piece of security for you. Alright, this is a good knot. It will not slip. Okay, it ain't going to slip anywhere. But just for added security, okay, add you in a quick half hitch. Boom. Now you are absolutely locked in now, and you're not going. You're safe. All right, this knot ain't going nowhere. All right, it might stretch a little bit depending on what kind of rope you have, but it ain't going anywhere. Okay, so that is the bowline, bowline, however you want to pronounce it. I'm going to real quick show you again, and then we're going to move on to our other things what we want to do. All right, so real quick here. Tie it around, grab this, bend it down, pull through just a hair, okay, bring my other end through, pull it tight, good to go. Alright, Now, tie me a half hitch. Good to go. You are set. I hope this green rope is showing up good for you and you can see the detail. I'll back it off. I'll just kind of loosen it a little bit for you so you can actually kind of see the construction. Okay, I hope that kind of helps. But this is your lock right here. All right, and this whole thing is just constricting on itself, and it's just locking it down. There's no way that that rope is going to slip out. All right, and your half hitch here, or double half hitch, whatever you want to do, however you want to do it, is going to lock it for extra security. All right, so we're going to pause the camera now. I'm going to switch up, and we're going to hit the other two parts of this. So hang in there. All right, guys, we made it outside. What we want to do now is, for the second part of this video, we're going to, I'm going to show you guys how this is used. This bowline is used to, if you were to use it as an anchor, say around a tree or something to that effect. As you can see, I've already gone ahead and wrapped it around this old hickory. And what I want to do is the same exact thing that we just did when I showed you in part one, except you're going to be kind of looking at it almost from a little bit of a different perspective of an angle. But anyways, it's the same exact thing, or the same method. We're going to grab our rope, we're going to twist it, okay, and we're going to bring our other end under, okay, and this is going to form us a little loop. Now what we're going to do here is the same thing. We're going to run our other end, our short end through, leaving us a good 6 inches, and we're going to pull her up, okay, and we're just going to snug it up just like so. All right, and there it is. There's your bowline, bowline, however you want to pronounce it. There it is. Okay, now as a added safety feature, like I said, we should always add us another little half hitch in. All right, that thing's tough, it ain't going nowhere. All right, so there's that part. We'll do it again. As I said before in the first part, there are several ways of doing this, different methods. Find the one that works for you, experiment, play around, have fun with it, get your friends involved. Anyways, just going to turn it up here like this. All right, this little guy is going to come through. That's all there is to it. Pull it tight. You're good to go. But as I said, make sure you add yourself a safety, especially if you're going to be putting, your weight on it, or something that really matters to you. Okay, well, there you go. All right, so that's that. Now we're going to move on, and we're going to go to our third part, which is going to be the one-handed version of using this particular setup, this loop knot, in order to use, say, in a rescue situation, if you needed to wrap it around your own body. So let's move on to that now. All right, everyone. Now we're on to part 3 of this video on the bowline knot. On this particular one, we're going to cover how to use this knot, how to tie it. Say if you were in a rescue situation, hopefully you will know how to do this already ahead of time if you were ever to have the situation. Say if you were to fall into a stream or some fast-moving body of water, hopefully let's pray that you have the ability to hang on to something until someone could perhaps throw you a rope. If that person doesn't know how to tie this knot in the first place to get it to you to throw over your body, then this will at least show you how to use it, how to make it. Okay, basically this is the one-handed version. I don't have anything to tie this off to at this moment, so I'm going to be kind of just improvising here, so please just work with me. Don't hate me if I happen to use my finger, for this or that. But anyways, what I want to do is show you this real quick. Now we're just going to have a simulation here of, okay, rope's been thrown to me. All right, hopefully I was able to catch it. Basically, I'm going to try to not use my hand as much as possible, but we'll see. Okay, my rope's on the ground, so it's not exactly being thrown to me from a shoreline somewhere. So give me a break and, you know, work with me here. Anyways, we're gonna take this rope and I'm gonna try to get it up around me. Okay, as much as I can. Now those harsh movements I probably wouldn't be able to make in the water. Okay, if I was struggling. Okay, but anyways, this is just a general description, so I hope you understand. Anyhow, I now have my rope around me. Now this rope would normally be static, hopefully from someone from the shoreline, this part of the rope. Okay, so we're going to work with it like this. Alright, so what I'm going to do here, I have my rope in my hand, I have this short end here. I'm going to leave about 6 to 8 inches of extra rope here. You don't want too much, you don't want too much slack, and you don't want it to be too tight either, because it's just going to make it hard to finish the process. Okay, so anyways, this is what we're going to do. As you can see, I've got it wrapped around me. My static end here hopefully is from the shoreline. I'm going to take my end here and I'm going to go over, up, and back through. Okay? See how this is? Now what I'm going to do is take this end and I'm going to flip it through, flip it around, and then I'm going to bring it back through to this end towards me. Okay? Then from here, it's going to pull. Alright? Now that is your bowline. Now that's going to help a person pull you in, okay, in any way that they can. Hopefully, you know, up through here probably, you know, get on your back and let them pull you in. If you can, by all means, always remember to try to throw in a half hitch to lock this in place. Okay? Do your best. And there you go. Alright, we'll run through that again real quick. Remember, this is a simulation. I'm not exactly on the shores of a bank, of a river or anything right now. So once again, the simulation, this is our static end, which is hopefully on the shoreline to someone that's trying to help us. Okay, we've got this thing managed to get wrapped around us. Okay, we're going to take this end, the short end here, about 6 to 8 inches. All right, and we're going to cross our arms over like this. Okay, so the rope is actually being crossed like that. All right, you're holding this out using your wrist, coming through and back out and through. Okay, try not to put your hand all the way through and to pull this back through, because you're going to run a chance of getting your hand stuck. So we got through. Now we're going to take this end, okay, and we're going to wrap. See, right now we don't have anything going here except this loop. This guy's still free. Okay, that's why we're hanging on to it. Alright, so we're back through here. We're going to take this, wrap it around the static end. Okay, then we're going to pull the end back through. Boom. Good to go. Okay, well, there it is. There's your pull. Get that thing underneath your armpits, lay on your back, and hopefully those guys can pull you in. Just watch your head, whatever it takes. Anyhow, and then hopefully lock it in with a half hitch. Okay, there's your safety. That knot is not going to come loose until you take it apart on the shoreline or whatever you have to do. Remember, this is a load-bearing knot. It will handle tremendous amounts of weight. It'll handle more than what your rope will. Okay, so keep that in mind. And guys, find someone to practice with if you can. Try to make it fun. Have competitions, speed. You can do this really fast. Okay, I'm not super fast at it, but good enough. Okay, a couple of seconds is all it took. All right, so keep that in mind. Have fun with this and practice. And remember, there's nothing wrong with going on the internet to learn. There's nothing wrong with reading a book. Just take the initiative. Okay? Thank you everyone for listening to me, for putting up with me, and for being there. I appreciate you very much for taking the time to watch my videos and for being there. Thank you all. I hope someone learned something. Thank you. Have a good one.